Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to another edition of Conquer Sports Player Review. This that MIDI right here, baby, the mid-season review. This is one everybody's waiting for because it's the production of the players from the beginning of the season to now as they fight to get to the playoffs. Before we get into the tape, be sure to like and subscribe to our Conquer Sports page. We'll have tons of information up there, not only for the coaches and the scouts that's looking at our players, but just for the novice football fan that really like to see some homegrown Louisiana football. Speaking of which, our next player is at Louisiana High School, Aiden Schwab. Sometimes I call him Aiden Hutchinson because he kind of reminds me of him, right? Tall, long frame, plays defensive line as well. Straight balling, baby. Aiden has a 3.2 GPA right now, 3.3 GPA, 4.5 sacks on the season. Is being effective in different ways, forcing turnovers, 2 forced fumbles, block punt. I mentioned the sacks. He's at like 36 tackles on the season. Let's get into the tape at midseason, baby. Now, as I mentioned, Aiden's at Destrehan. Here he is on the defensive line, just getting that extension. He gets into the backfield, breaks down, didn't over pursue the ball, got very close to it, but again, saves a touchdown. Here he is just not losing contain for Destrehan right there. He was wearing 94. He switched to 77 right at the start of the midseason. We're on this film, we're just working on some of his arm over, couple of rips, just being able to, once you get to the level of that lineman, get some hands on him and work your move. Here's us in one of our in-season sessions. We do light work with our players once a month at Conquer Sports, and Aiden is always at those sessions, just getting better, nothing too hard, nothing like the off season. Here he is right here getting pressure on the quarterback, gets his hands up, forces the quarterback to throw a turnover. That's the type of production that Aiden brings to the field. He's class of 26. He's at Destrehan High School with some really good coaches, defensive line coach. Coach Varnado is doing an excellent job with those guys, along with Coach Scott. And hey, they balling, man. They doing their thing. We have another Destrehan player on this tape as well, but that was Aiden Schwab, baby, number 77 on the field, but number 1 in your hearts. Hello, somebody. Our next guy up is my main man, Anthony Parker Jr. This is his sophomore year at Edna Carr. Hard-working player. Out of all of our guys, Anthony is probably the most consistent, and it shows on the tape. Doing well in school, 3.0 GPA. Edna Carr has high standards for their players, and Anthony makes sure he reaches those. Now, before we get into the tape, just something about Anthony. He, from the very beginning, since he first started training with us, always put in that extra work. Not just from the perspective of the drills that we do, but just wanting to get better in those little deals, whether he wanted to get an extra session in with Coach Drake or some extra weight training, and it's starting to show on his tape. Let's let the tape roll, baby. Andy Parker, Edna Carr. Now, he's number 97 for Carl. Most of the reps that you guys are going to see is JV reps, but what I'm extremely proud about Anthony is he got his fair share of snaps on varsity this year on a very elite line. Look at him right there, just pulverizing the quarterback, getting through that couple JV reps. Here, just getting his hands on the lineman, getting that extension, hands off, making the tackle is what you look for in defensive tackles. Again, this is his sophomore year. Here he is right there, chasing the quarterback down. I'm like, Andy, why are you slowing down? Boom! That's because he saw his teammate coming about to pulverize the quarterback, but he was there to add the pressure. That's just us right here in the offseason. Here's one of our in-season sessions as well, working some hands. And once again, number 97, able to get in the backfield, get a tackle for loss. Now, this is Brother Martin's junior varsity team. This is called JV team. This is where Anthony get most of his significant reps at. We didn't have a lot of highlights for the varsity reps, but you have a guy that's on a team on a defensive line with 2 big prospects. Number 20 for them and Richard, the other kid, the other defensive tackle, Corey and Richard. These kids are going Division I football, and you're getting in a rotation with them as a sophomore and to be a bit undersized. Now, one thing I like about Anthony and coaches, this is what y'all really love, and this is all of our coaches. He has a relentless get off. He has a relentless attitude. He doesn't stop. Out of all of our players, and y'all gonna see some ballers on this tape, Anthony is one that I think once he hit these college circuits this off season, he gonna kill it, baby. And his dad's like 6 foot, so I mean I know he has a lot of growing into him. That's Anthony Parker, baby, at the car, right on the West Bank. You dig? Number 97, baby. Hello.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with lastest.network.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody. This is Robert Wolf. If you are in need of construction or real estate services, project management services, give us a call at 504-393-2445.
Well, hello. Like Rob just said, hit up Robert Wolf Construction and Real Estate for your real estate and construction needs. And let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with Marlon Favorite on ESPN New Orleans. Hello, somebody. Big dog, big as a gorilla. That describes my next player. He's also from Destrehan. Braylon Montero, number 58 on the field. After you watch this tape, you might be number one in your heart. That last name does sound familiar. That's right. That's one of our sponsors, Montero Motors. As y'all mentioned, make sure if y'all want to use cargo, holler at my boy. But let's get to Braylon Montero. Braylon was challenged this season. The coaching staff came to him and they said they needed him to play on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. So at first, Braylon was like, all right, cool, let's do it. But I didn't know he was going to do it like this. When I say this tape is the epitome of what you look for in a two-way player, this is a kid that's giving himself more opportunity for you guys, the scouts that's watching this, because he can play on the offensive line if you see fit and defensive line. A couple of things that he's been working on a lot lately is his speed, of course, his pass rush, and strength. And when I tell you the strength is definitely getting there, he's strong. Let's let the tape roll, baby. Now, Braylon is class of 26. It's his junior year. Here's him on the defensive line. Little rush, making sure he gets his hand on the guy. He feels himself, get to the level of the quarterback, comes back, makes a big-time sack. Here he is on the playing on the line as well on the defensive side of the ball still. Little arm over, makes the tackle for loss. The guy goes low, you go high. We go over that all the time at our practice sessions. Another clip with him on defense. Here's where his instincts kicks in. He blows the trap up and makes the tackle. Sometimes we just ask for those guys to just blow the trap up. He did both. That's what you look for in a defensive lineman on run plays. Here he is once again on defense, just making a big stop. I mean, this team is about to run in and score. Look who's right in the middle of all the action, Braylon Montero. Here's our in-season training sessions. Braylon got in with us. Again, our guys try to come see us like at least once a month just to get some extra work. Now we're going on the offensive side of the ball. Here he is at guard. Look at that. Boom, pancake up. Let's go ahead and lay it down. Sit on him. Sit up, play over, get up. That is what you call playing aggressive up front on the offensive line. Here he is again at the guard position. Block down, gets the guy, bam, on the ground. Watch this, baby. Finishing through the play, he pulls, blows the guy out off of his feet, and finishes. This is what you look for in the guard, baby, right or left guard. Here he is on offense again. Destrehan's in the shotgun. We need to clear space. Boom. There's Montero right there. When I tell you, I played a little bit of both sides of the ball. Coach Hank would throw me in that tight end a couple of times here. I remember playing a little fullback against Jesuit when I was at Shaw. So it wasn't consistent like this. So to do this, you got to be in decent shape. You got to be in player mode, ready to make plays, right? If you're sluggish because you got too many reps on offense, it's not going to look productive on defense, vice versa. So I commend Braylon for working hard. Man, continue balling out, brother. Big dog. Big as a gorilla. My next player wears number 23 like Michael Jordan, baby. Plays outside linebacker for John Eric. Good kid, come from a good family. Works his tail off. He's another one that's very consistent in the offseason. Josh is pretty much your typical hybrid, right? Josh Jenkins, class of 2026, John Eric, does well on and off the field. I don't have his updated GPA, but I know it's a 3-point something based off of what I saw from last month. I like the way he's able to not only play exceptionally well when asked to do things on defense as an outside linebacker, but he really excels on special teams. A lot of these guys we're talking about, they're playing on the defensive line, they're playing offensive line, etc. But when you have a guy that's playing an outside linebacker who's asked to rush, who's asked to cover, and do exceptionally well on special teams, here's a person who's positioning himself to have different looks on the next level. Let's check out Josh Jenkins, baby, number 23 for the John Eric Patriots. Josh is about 6 foot, long arms, got the Keenan arms. That's us working in Levy this past summer. Just working. At that point, he's moving like that. We did like 1,000 reps before that. But I just wanted to show you how hard he works. That's us just working some of our off-season stuff. But this is what I like. Check him out. Bottom of the screen, he's still blocking his guy. Guy's looking for a flag. He's finishing. And look what happens. Special teams have to be special. I see you celebrating, Josh. Clean block. That was pretty good there. Here he is at the linebacker position. Just reading, he read it was pass. Boom, gets to the quarterback. Back at the linebacker position. Reading past the run. All the fundamentals you look for at a linebacker. Staying outside in your gap, making the play, filling in. That's us on that levy again, getting that work in this summer. As you can see, Josh has a nice outside linebacker hybrid frame. There he is making the play. Whole stadium wet up, baby. So, I mean, here's a kid puts in the work not only in the classroom, but he does it. This is midseason. You see what's going on with them on special teams. Josh, I think in the next 5 to 7 months, he probably puts on about another 15 pounds muscle. He works with my boy AB Explode in the offseason. I'll get him with Coach Phil as well this offseason just to constantly work on those fundamentals of being a hybrid. You're going to be asked to rush. You're going to be asked to cover passes and, most importantly, read from run to pass. I mean, you're on that second level of defense, so that's important to do. But that's my main man, Josh Jenkins, number 23 for them John Eric Patriots, baby. Hello. Our next player up is a straight baller. I'm talking about this kid puts in the work. He's been in our program since he was in the 7th grade. One of the leaders on his team right now goes to Archbishop Shaw, my old school. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Number 99, Michael Banks, baby. Archbishop Shaw, class of 2026. Now, Mike has, as I mentioned, has been in our program for a while, so I had the chance to see the evolution of Mike. Little chubby kid coming in the program, learning the position, getting in better shape, mastering the position, doing all the necessary things you have to do to be successful as a defensive tackle. Man, I look up this kid's a sophomore getting significant reps under Coach Hanks. This is Coach Hanks, I want to say his first, maybe second year back at Shaw. So I'm like, all right, Mike, I see you. And then this year, I'm like, oh, he got it now. He's in the matrix. He understands it. He's using great technique. He's reading whether it's run pass faster. He lightened up a lot. Mike's like 245, 250. Here's a kid who was walking around 265, and it shows on tape. Let's check it out, baby. Big 99 for the Archbishop Shaw Eagles, baby, on that West Bank. Right here, we're just working our drills, working his hand, get off, testing his speed. Look, just the distance. That's him and Anthony in this clip. Being disciplined, want to see him shoot his hand, stay low. Get that extension I'm looking for, comes off the tackle. He stayed in his gap first to make sure that the ball didn't go to his gap, and he came over the next gap. Look at the get off right here. Just insane get off, sick get off. This is what you look for in your typical 3 technique on the next level. That's us just getting it in by bodies, by feel, working some hand placement, some, just working our drills. Here he is. I want to say they're playing against, is this Jesuit? I don't know who they're playing right there, but let me tell you something about Mike. Every time I ask Mike to send his film, send me his upgraded GPA. Mike, we got a training session next week. Coach, could I get an extra training session in? This kid wants to get better. So for all my college coaches out there, he is the definition of your interior lineman that can play on the outside, that has that outside versatility, and he gets the job done. Can't wait to see the rest of it. This is midseason. I can't wait to see his end of the season film as they continue to push forward. Hello, somebody. Hey, y'all, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll get back to more of the highlights. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Piccolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Piccolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwinrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwin Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Hi, it's Alberto Montero. We got a great selection of vehicles in and out of here on a daily basis. We offer financing. All Carfaxes are online, and all our vehicles are serviced and inspected before sale. Best selection and prices in all of the New Orleans metro area. Come visit us today at 1512 North Causeway in the heart of Metairie. Come check us out at MonteroMotors.com.
Montero Motors, a proud sponsor of Inside the Trenches.
Well, we're going to keep this thing rolling, baby. That we're going to do for sure. My next player up also goes to Archbishop Shaw. He wears number 90, class of 2026. My man, Amari Johnson. Now, Amari is the epitome of a player that is raw, but good at the same time. So you get that little mix-up of a player that may not know everything and all of the pieces to the position, but over there at Shaw, he's with Coach Lacey. Coach does a good job with him. He's under all of my old coaches, Coach Mike, Coach Hank Tierney. That's just that Shaw family over there doing their thing. Let's check out some of his tape. Now, on Big O's tape, we put a little bit of his workouts on there. He didn't have a lot of tape at first, but we was able to put together a nice mid-season. Switch positions this football season. So this is us this summer. He's way better than this now. I actually put on a little more muscle. But I like him at the nose position. Look, arm over, pressure on the quarterback right now. Hold point, arm over, make the play. I said he's raw. So much he got to add to his technique. Gets off the ball right there. He has the size that you're looking for. He's maybe about 260 something right now, but he's right at about 6 foot tall. Again, he has another year at Shaw. That's us working this past offseason on his technique. Look at the get off, gets in the backfield, makes it. This kid ended up starting for Shaw. Raw. Played offensive line last year, developing at the position, and then jumps in the start lineup at some point. Like, you got to tilt your hat to that. That doesn't happen a lot. So he does put the capital P in potential. So I think as this is midseason, as we continue to put together more tape and curate all of his work, I think we're gonna find ourselves. He has the ability to think of one of my old teammates, like a Claude Roden. Claude wasn't the best technician, but you could tell he was just raw. Now the good thing about I learned a lot of my technique, and a lot of guys can vouch for this under this staff, under Coach Hank Tierney and his crew. So I look forward to him next year. Off season will be starting here in about a month or so for these guys, and I know ready to get back at it, baby. Boom. Well, welcome back, beautiful people, and I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Conquer Sports Pros Player Review. This is the mid-season. I'm excited about all of these players and what they have done. It's cool because you get an opportunity to work with them in the off season. You keep up with them during the season, and you see the progress, the things that you worked on. So our next player up, boy, I really want to put a Mr. in front of his name. I want to call him Mr. Renan Russ because, the way he's playing this season is crazy. He's not class of 25. He's not class of 26. He's class of 27 for Hornville, sophomore, wearing number 40. Man, let's just let the tape roll. I'm ready to start running this one. Renan, brother, you are balling. Check him out right here. On the edge, he decided to go 2-point stands right here, sets the edge, makes the play. He knocked the player back 4 yards. Here he is again, just showing his explosiveness, speed, coming straight down the line, not going too far afield, everything we asked him to do as defensive lineman. Here he is at the end, just using hands, quickness, wins inside, light rip, makes the tackle. Here he is on the edge, hand in the dirt. He must be going to get a sack. What he does, go, boom, and get a big-time sack. Now, Renan's playing for my old coach, Coach Malta. As a matter of fact, Coach Malta's son is actually coaching the D-line there as well. My high school coach, Coach Malta Scoble. Look at him right there. Thought he was going to pass and made the sack. A lot of guys freeze up in those situations. Not Renan. Here he is at the defensive end position as well. Played a little slow ball, hesitant, but then shoots up the field, makes another big play. This is only a couple of minutes. I have like five minutes of this, but obviously, I want to respect you coaches' times and even our folks who are just watching the tape. But here he is again at the defensive end position, hands in the dirt. I wonder what's going to happen here, right? Plays with good hands, squeezes, upfield shoulder rush, makes a quick hit on the quarterback. We're in Baton Rouge right here working at Elite Academy, just working tight bags. There he is working with NFL pro Ron Brooks, played at LSU with me as well, just working the quickness of his hands. And as you see, he does that exceptionally well for Hornville. Good kid, comes from a good family. When I tell you he's a sophomore, so he still has time. I talked to his dad earlier today. They plan on hitting a lot of the coaches' circuits at the different colleges for junior day and the different workouts. They plan on going to a lot of them. We'll probably handpick a lot of places. But you guys will get this tape. Renan, man, keep up the good work. Renan Russ, class of 2027, baby. Number 40 at Hornville, down 90. I told y'all we was going to keep it rolling, baby. My next player up has been offered by Ole Miss, Baylor, and a whole bunch of other colleges so far. So he hadn't committed anywhere, so he's still available. So I think it's still worth y'all watching this tape. He's young as well, class of 27. That's like 3 more years before him. Of course he's not committed, right? Class of 27, just a big force. Got the height, the look, you name it. My next player is Zion Falstall. Take care of it all, baby. Sub-0. Number 0 for the Jesuit Blue Jays, baby. But you can go ahead and put him number 1 on your boards. Zion Falstall is one of those players that he has all the tools that you look for in the defensive end. The height, he's close, knocking on about 6'4", 6'4 and a half. The size, 230, maybe 35 pounds. Might have put on a little more than I think Z might have said he was maybe in the 240s. Because I hadn't seen him in like a month. I went to one of these games this past couple weeks ago. when we were doing our beginning of the season film. But I mean, comes from a good family, works hard, has the high GPA. You know, and the Jesuits not one of those schools you can play around at, right? They have a high academic. They have high academic expectations out of their student athletes, and I think Z-Man is the example of those type of players. And young too, a sophomore. I think he might be close to a 4.0. I'm gonna clarify that. I didn't get his GPA like I was able to get some of our other players. But let's cut the tape on. I mean, even all of the stuff that I was mentioning about Renan in terms of getting after the quarterback, Zion does the same thing. He's just 6'4". Boom, gets to the quarterback in the backfield right now, brother Martin game, causes a fumble. Like that's first play. Look, Coach Ryan is our ball. Like that happens right off of the dump. Big Z is a slower breakdown of it. He went arm over. He came underneath, made the play. And this is just what we work. That's just working the dip rip. I mean, he has a size. That's us working his punch. You see it right there. You saw the punch? Boom. Gets in the backfield. Hand speed is there. You know, the reads. I was going through a couple swats with him and, you know, arm over, lift. His reactions is there. Right, he has the capability, and I think that was his freshman year. That was going into his freshman year when we shot that tape. Sack on the quarterback again. I mean, Zyron Forstall is what most colleges want. Look at the outside spin. Look, we went over that outside spin this past summer. We just worked that outside spin, and I knew he was going to throw that thing in there. He gets it done. We have a couple of camps coming up here. My boy BT Jordan, he has one. I know me and Drake going to have to work in February, and then me and Drake Nevis, we're hosting our camp in January. It's going to be more of a rankings camp. The one we're doing with BT is more about pass rush. This is going to be about ratings, rankings, grading. The players that's coming that are going to get better, and we'll be doing that in Baton Rouge at Elite. So if y'all want to know more information about those camps and those clinics that's coming up, I'll have some information below this show. Go ahead and if you subscribe to our page and like our page, you will be able to get a lot of these updates. But I'm excited about it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. That was our mid-season review for all of our class of between 2026 and 2027 guys. That's most of those players. Y'all feel free to hit me up at conquersportsballers@gmail.com. I'll be sure to have that information below. We'll be sending this tape out here soon. I hope y'all enjoying. Y'all still have the beginning of the season. Those are pretty good too, all the coaches out there. But as I mentioned, we're going to take